Hey rockers, this is Zach with Punk Rock Crystals. Today I'm going to be doing some fun lapidary work. It's a little more involved than cutting, but it's not quite as detailed as grinding and polishing. I've got some Botswana agates, that's what I tend to focus on, and these are really thin ones, so you cannot cut these directly through the center and get two sides to them. Instead, what I've got to do is shave off both sides and protect the middle, and then the middle ends up just being one big slab. So it's a little bit of a different method that I'm using, but it works really well on these really thin Botswana agates. Even if I were to throw them in the tumbler, it's going to shave off more than I want it to. It's going to take off a lot of the sides of it, and it may take off the ends as well. So it's kind of risky to tumble them, but this way I can at least get a really good face out of them. So let's take a look at the agates. Then I'm going to show you the process as I'm going through it on the rock saw, so you'll actually be able to see me shaving off the sides of those. We'll look at them while we're doing it, and then I'll show them to you all at the end. So thanks for joining me today. This is going to be fun. Agates, agates everywhere. Hey rockers, let's take a look. These are the Botswana agates I'm shaving. You can see this one already has a really amazing face on it, actually on both sides, but I'm still going to shave off both sides, probably the other side more. Probably this side I'll shave off a little bit more than this one because it doesn't have as much color in it. But either way, you know, this one's going to be a killer agate either way. I'm excited to see what I can find with that one. The rest of these, they may not show banding. You can see this one, I can see a little bit of banding here. I can see there's stuff going on inside. You can see some tiny little tube spots, but there's not a lot to tell us what may be going on inside. But I promise you, when I shave this one open, it's going to have bands all throughout. There'll likely be some tubes and circles, and it's going to be cool. I can tell just by looking at it on the outside. This one's a lot darker, so I think we'll get some large areas, especially here at this white area here. You can really see that it's some quartz there, and you can see where that blends into the lines. I don't know if I've seen one that has that clear, where you can see the lines and how they're straight and smooth, and then how they blend in as that quartz cuts down the side of it. So while that is a really cool thing, I even see a red line going all the way across. So I don't know if that's a fracture. We'll find out for sure when we get it on the saw. Any of the fractures seem to come out pretty clearly on the saw. There's a cute little banding area there on the top that you can see. See the cute little banding area. You can see it's kind of red and black, and we'll see if those colors go throughout. Next one here is it's really white on both sides, so it doesn't give a clear indication when looking at the flat sides, but you can definitely see a lot of really clear banding. You can definitely see a lot of really clear banding on all the way around the perimeter. When I spin it around, the bands go all the way around. So this is going to be too thin again for me to cut, but when I shave off the sides, it's going to pull out all of that banding. Likely it laces all throughout the inside of this, and it's going to be beautiful. This one's got a nice dark color to it. You can see the ones with the red inside and the dark areas. It's hard to tell what's happening down here. I see some white, which is likely an area that's going to be good with the quartz in it. But we're just gonna have to shave off that side and see what we have in there. See how far these bands go is the question. They may end right here, and then the rest of it's just kind of the same color, like maybe a maroon or a dark gray color. Or the bands may continue all the way down the side, which would be really fascinating. Here's the next one. Again, this one's got a really big area here on top. You can really see the bands on that top piece. You can see the contrast, and it's really beautiful. but the sides, they just kind of look like, you can see tube spots. So I know there's a lot of cool stuff going on in here, but we can't see that until we shave off these sides and really take a look inside. I can see a lot of translucence on this side, so you can tell it's going to be pretty. We'll just have to see what it looks like, and I'll do a before and after once I get these cut. And finally, this one. Oh, I see two eyes right there. Look at these two eyes. Oh, cool. So I don't want to shave off the eyes. It might be something that happens accidentally. You can see the white goes down throughout. It's really clear quartz. The other side just looks beautiful and clear also, so I can see through it really well. The white that you're seeing is not on the outside. The white is on the inside. So as we get those sides shaved down, it's really going to show the details of those white bands throughout, and we're going to have a really pretty one to look at here as well. Let's go cut them. You'll want to be sure every time you're cutting, you're using a mask of some type. I've got a nicer mask on order, but for right now I'm using one of these. It works really well for this particulate type dust, but I do have another face mask I'm getting for now that I'm doing more cutting, more grinding. I think it's going to be better for me. Additionally, I'm going to be wearing safety glasses, and also while I cut with the rock saw, I usually put in earplugs as well. So I don't usually show that stuff on the video, but I do have always, you want to take care of yourself with the PPE as best as you can. All right, we got our Botswana agates. We got the sides shaved on them. So these are really cool. A lot of these are gonna turn out awesome. They're gonna be the perfect kind of a focal stone or something you could use in a cool project. So let's take a look at the results here and see what we got. All right, we've got our water here. These are the finished agates, but you can see they're just dry at this point. So they don't look like much. That's the magic of water. We're going to put them in water, and that's going to really help reveal their true colors. But you could see as I was cutting some of these, you probably got a glimpse of some of these. But look at the face on this one. You could see I could have even gone maybe a little deeper on that one. And I'll take it to the next step, which is going to be the all you need flat lap. And maybe I'll be able to grind off another 1/8 of an inch or something on that to kind of pull that center down. I don't know if that'd be better or worse, but the parallax on this piece, all the banding is just incredible. Take a look at the other side, just as beautiful. There's a lot of saw marks, as you can see on these. You probably especially see those glares of the saw marks when I turn it, but those are gonna come right out in the all you need. I'm actually gonna do that in one of my further videos. And then put them in the rock tumbler. Some of them, if they're shaped like this, if I can get them flat on both sides, I'll just kind of put them in the rock tumbler to finish them off. And that way I don't have to do each piece individually by hand. This is a nice dark piece. I don't even know how well that's coming through on the video necessarily. But you can see up here, there's a nice orange area with the white banding around it. Up here, you kind of get the banding clouds showing around the top, so that's really cool there. The other side, the orange really jumps out at you on this side. I don't know if you're seeing that on the video, but it's really bright orange. I could probably go a little thinner on this piece too. I don't think I went as thin as I could have gone on some of these pieces, just because you worry about breaking them and you kind of want to take your time. You want to go slow. Low and slow is what they say for lapidary. And they also say that for barbecue, but I think it still applies here. But like I said, that's got kind of a little cut right there. I don't know if that's a fracture for sure, but I could try to take that and shave a little bit more off the edge of it. Next, we have this one, which really has some impressive banding in it. You can see, I'm trying to hold it in the best light here. Can you see the inside of that one? You can really see through it, and just the striking contrast with the bands is just amazing here. It kind of looks like an eclipse. It kind of looks like a moon or sun being eclipsed there. So it's got really, really cool banding on that one. And then you have the nice little pocket, the main quartz pockets up here at the top. There's a little bit of cracking around that, maybe some fracturing coming out of that. So we'll just have to be careful as we go on to further steps. Now this one, I only finished off one side of it. So you can see this side is still rough. The other side has all of these cool little tube areas. Tubes or eyes, you can see right up here at the top. You got a really, really pretty one up there at the top that's kind of different colored than the rest. The others just kind of look like clouds, just kind of floating throughout the sky. So it's really pretty. I don't remember why I didn't do the other side of this one, but definitely I think it's something that I could either keep working on or try to, as I continue on, figure out what the project is with this one, see if I could take that to the next level somehow. This one, I love these that have the nice purple banding inside. You can see some tube inclusions here on the face part, but the bands are so small and intricate in here. I'm trying to get the best view possible of those. So you can see those intricate bands all the way throughout, and then on the other side is just a field of tubes. So that's really cool there on the back too. So that one's cool. It's got both different areas. It's got kind of all the tubes showing through on this side, and then on this side it's got great banding as well as great pink purplish colors mixed in with that white banding that Botswana agates are so known for. This is another one with really, really strong, deep contrast banding. You can see the white there at the top making some cool shapes. Definitely maybe see an eye pattern there. And then the rest is pretty dark. When we get to the other side, you can see the bottom part now has more banding. So it kind of pulls it all around. There's some more inclusion areas down here. I can see actually a little bit more within the stone there that I might want to get in and try to either cut or polish out a little bit more. But you can see it's got just even getting these shaved off the sides so I can see the banding. Just being able to see kind of the contrast there and see what the patterns are helps for further parts of the process where it helps me to kind of know what to do with those. Finally, this one is really cool on both sides. Look at this. It almost looks like a Turkish agate because of how complex and delicate the tubes are on this side. You can see it's very clear. You can see through, especially here at the top and on the back side, so you can kind of see deeper into it and where those tubes are. When you turn it around on the other side, this is just amazing. You can see tubes, bands, this beautiful pink purple color within the bands. I didn't really shape it at all. That'll probably be a good project on the flat lap, is to try to shape this one into maybe a teardrop shape. But these bands are just so beautiful. I love the way these turn out. And, you know, it's really going to shine as I get it polished and tumbled up more. So it's always a fun activity just to see. Every single one of these is different. And as I look at more and more of them, I just fall in love with being able to see those the different pieces of it as we get them cleaned up and polished up. Hey everyone, that was so much fun. I love taking these Botswana agates and just shaving off the sides. Sometimes that's even better than cutting it, because sure, you don't get two great pieces. You know, you don't get the half and half, and you don't get the big reveal there. Especially if you want like two matching pieces. That is not how these are going to work out. Instead, what these are is they're going to be one really cool, nice big chunk of that center part, the center meat of the agate there. You get to see both sides polished up beautifully. So I really love seeing them in that way. I love cleaning these up. We'll see what I can do with them as I take them out to the flat lap. As I play with them a little bit more, I might just throw them in the tumbler, see what we do from there. But that's the fun part about working with agates, is we can always do different things with them. We can always, it's all about just trying to shave off those outsides, trying to find the beauty inside of them, and then being able to enjoy that. And it's really fun to work with them. But I've got a lot more agates to cut here. If you like what you're seeing on Punk Rock Crystals, please like the channel, share it with your friends if they're rock enthusiasts, if they're lapidary enthusiasts, and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. The more subscribers we get, it's going to help us to get more reach in the channel, and the more fun stuff I'm going to be able to do. Until next time, rock on everybody.